And I was like, I don't know what that is. Hi. Wow. So is that on the menu? And she just kind of laughed. And I said, well, tell me about your job. Like, I will buy you whatever food you want. I'll sit down with you for an hour. Tell me about your job. I spent $34 at McDonald's. She was like, I'd like a fish fillet. I was like, no, you don't. It's not real fish. Like, I'm not here to judge. I will buy you anything you want to eat.
Get the good shit from McDonald's.
I'll buy, so get whatever.
But I promise you, you're going to take one bite of that, and then you're going to ask for something else.
The fish should be the line.
Which is fine, okay? So we sat down, and we talked, and she told me all about her job. And this was a job for her. And this is what I do, and this is how I do it, and this is how many times a day I do it, and this is who, I work for, and this is who I work with, and this is how much money I make. And I just kept feeding her. Okay.
Yeah.
So I used to work at McDonald's. That was part of my gymnastics life. And I was like, have you ever tried the apple pie a la mode with a little drop of strawberry milkshake on top? She's like, no. And I was like, well, we're not leaving here till you try that. Like, I can educate you too.
DoorDash. We could DoorDash that right now.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. It is to die for. Apple pie, ice cream, just a dollop of the strawberry milkshake on top. To die for. Now, if you want to get real fancy, back when they had the actual ice cream syrup, you can glaze that too. Heart attack on a plate, but I digress. It was amazing. So I'm sitting down with this girl talking to her, and I said, well, if you ever want a new job, call me. And she's like, I don't think you understand. And I said, I don't think you understand. If you ever want a new job, call me. Went back to my life. I worked at a hospital at the time. Didn't hear from her, like whatever. It was long before smartphones. It was a pink flip phone. And all of a sudden it rang during the workday. She was like, hi, I don't know if you remember me. And I could, from the second she said hi, I went, crap.
This is that person.
This is that girl from Colfax. And I said, what do you need? What do you want? Thinking she needed
money,
clothes,
help,
money.
something.
Hey, I need you to introduce me to new clients. I need you, she's like, I want a new job. Like a real new job? Like a real new job? Yes. Okay. So then I said, I think we have to unpack a couple things. I want to talk to a friend of mine who was a physician at the hospital I worked at. And I said, I think if we unpack this, we're going to find that not only does she need a new job, she needs a lot of new things. She needs a new place to live.
A whole new life.
She needs a whole new life. We need to figure out if she's in school. We need to figure out, there's a whole grand scheme of medical things here that we're also going to have to look at.